Hi, this is Daniel Chu, and my partners are Quang Nguyen and David Gonzalez. Today we will be talking about the theory of constraints, or TOC. Now, you may or may not have heard of this before, but it is a very powerful tool that provides a different, more efficient perspective on organizations, especially businesses. Once you learn about the concepts and take them in deeply enough, you may find that your perspective on life and how you view it has changed. Now, Kwong will give you some background information about the theory of constraints.
TOC is a management philosophy introduced by Eli Goldratt in 1984. Goldratt expanded the concept in his subsequent publications in 1997 and 1999. The theory intended to help organizations continue to reach different goals. According to Goldratt, the constraint of a company dictate its performance. TOC is the embodiment of the phrase, "A team is no stronger than its weakest link." TOC has many business applications. One of them is an application for project management called CCPM. CCPM is a method of planning and managing projects. It puts emphasis on resources needed to execute a project's task. This is different from the traditional critical path method. The traditional method emphasizes scheduling and task order. Older methods sometimes lead to longer and over-budget projects. TOC allows flexibility in start times and ability to switch between tasks in order to keep the whole project on schedule.
How does TOC apply to supply chain management? The TOC approach to supply chain management is much more powerful than the conventionally popular view of supply chain. When a retailer, garment, cloth, or yarn manufacturer sets up their theory of constraints supply chain, they can cause sales to increase throughout the system by 30% or more, and each unit in the system realize a substantial increase in ROI, or return on investment. So there are 5 steps to the theory of constraints. Step 1 is to identify the constraint. In this step, the manufacturing process is reviewed to identify the constraint. A simple but often effective technique is to literally walk through the manufacturing process looking for indications of the constraint. The deliverable for this step is the identification of the single piece of equipment that is constraining process throughput. And step 2 is to exploit the constraint. In this step, the objective is to make the most of what you have, to maximize throughput of the constraint using the currently available resources. The line between exploiting the constraint, this step, and elevating the constraint, the fourth step, is not always clear. This step focuses on quick wins and rapid relief, leaving more complex and substantive changes for later. The deliverable for this step is improved utilization of this constraint, which in turn will result in improved throughput for the process. If the actions taken in the step break the constraint, i.e. the constraint moves, jump ahead to step 5, otherwise continue to step 3. In this step, the focus is on in step 3, subordinate and synchronize to the constraint. The focus is on non-constraint equipment. The primary objective is to support the needs of the constraint, i.e. subordinate to the constraint. Efficiency of non-constraint equipment is a secondary concern as long as constraint operation is not adversely impacted. The deliverable for this step is fewer instances of constraint operation being stopped by upstream or downstream equipment, which in turn results in improved throughput for the process. The actions taken in this step break the constraint, i.e. the constraint moves, jump ahead to step 5, otherwise continue to step 4. In step 4, which is to elevate performance of the constraint, more substantive changes are implemented to break the constraint. These changes may necessitate a significant investment of time and or money, i.e. adding equipment or hiring more staff. The key is to ensure that all such investments are evaluated for effectiveness, preferably using throughput accounting metrics. The deliverable for this step is a significant enough performance improvement to break the constraint, i.e. move the constraint elsewhere. Step 5 is to repeat the process. In this step, the objective is to ensure that the 5 focusing steps are not implemented as a one-off improvement project. Instead, they should be implemented as a continuous improvement process. This step also includes a caution: beware of inertia. Remain vigilant and ensure that improvement is ongoing and continuous. The 5 focusing steps are kind of like a whack-a-mole. Pound one constraint down and then move right on to the next. The theory of constraints focuses on identifying and removing constraints that limit throughput. Therefore, successful application tends to increase manufacturing capacity. So, after learning about what the theory of constraints is and its application to different fields, you may still be a little confused and wonder, how is it important, or how does it benefit me or my organization? Well, it provides an enormously powerful lens for looking at systems, organizations of any type, that enables the user to quickly identify what really matters and what to do immediately to improve the system. However, it is not just an improvement methodology or a powerful set of techniques. It is a new perspective. It is the ability to see and understand the world better and more clearly. Thank you.